You and Jamie, obviously, you guys share a lot of history,
Right.
and you joined Jamie Foxx and Steven Jackson when they spoke out on the Minneapolis. They spoke out on the whole George Floyd thing in Minneapolis. Uh, First and foremost, our condolences to George Floyd's family. But how did the George Floyd death affect you? And why did you feel the need to really step up when those guys stepped up to speak out?
Because well, this was the first time that we ever seen somebody just beg for their life and actually die. Like, you didn't see the police choke people out, and we all then got roughed up a little bit, and I mean, the handcuffs too tight and all that. We all been through that, but you've never seen somebody say pleading for his mama and calling his mama, and then and all that stuff. That was just it was just a different dynamic, and he died, and it was like something I seen on TV. He he's not even here no more. George Floyd is actually. I went to the funeral and seen his casket. Like, he's actually gone over a a police officer not getting his foot off his neck when he was begging for his life. That's just different. That's crazy to me. It was. I've never seen such energy like that before. Just going there and just seeing the him in the casket, it was like the energy was crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was even in a social media, reality TV world that we live in, that still shocked us all. And it's hard to be shocked in this world that we live in because everything is filmed. People will do anything for likes, people will do anything for followers. And still, you see this man pleading not just for his life, but as you said, calling for his mother and watching his life be taken before all of our eyes. That shocked us. We as young black men and women, we're very clear on police brutality within our neighborhoods.
Right.
But even for us, yes, it was validation that this has been happening, but it was still shocking
Yeah.
to see, even for us.
Yeah, that was shocking, man. It was like, and his mom has passed. You know what I mean? You begging for your mama, and she not like, did he like he's on his, like, he's leaving. All his life was leaving him. His mom is already gone.
How did you feel when the officer, Derek Chauvin, he was eventually found guilty, sentenced to 22 and a half years? How'd you feel when that verdict came down?
I'm gonna be honest with you. When I when I looked at his face, I felt sad for him a little bit too. And the reason why is because I felt like it felt surreal to him. You know how he just like it's just a surreal moment. It's like, and I have this thing about me that I just like, I'm trying to figure out what's going on in their head. And I can just tell him, he said, like, I could just see him saying this. Damn, why did my why did my police walkie-talkie go off that day? I'm just saying in my head, like, I know he's like, why my damn walkie-talkie go off? Are you serious? They just gave me 22 years. Why the my walkie-talkie go off that day?
Do
Damn.
you think he was saying that? Or was he saying, I've watched the Rodney King beating, I've watched dozens of African Americans
Hmm.
being killed, beaten, dehumanized on film. And I'm the one who just got found guilty and sentenced to football numbers. Was that what was going through his head at the time, as opposed to why did my
I
walkie-talkie go
I
off?
just feel I feel like he felt like, damn, because think about it. That would have never happened. It wouldn't have been a counterfeit. Whatever happened in the store, that cop wouldn't have been there. And I just feel like that alleviates him from getting that, from being there. I'm not saying, I'm saying in the sense of like, damn, what it's like going to the store and then you go in there and they get robbed. You're like, damn, why did I choose to go to 7-Eleven today? That's what I'm saying. It's not that you, it's like, damn, like out of all the days, my walkie-talkie went off and now I gotta even deal with this shit. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that he wouldn't have did what he did. I'm just saying he like, damn, any other day, it probably would have been a different case.
I think he was saying 100%. It would have been a different case, but any other day, it seems like many of the officers in that position are acquitted, and he put, part of that was probably running through his head as well. Like,
he knew that what, you know how you you know how you you know how you know that it's on you this time. Like I have this thing, like I hate flying. I hate flying, but I fly and the plane always land and all that cool shit. It's great, right? But I'm like, damn, I hate flying so much. I say, damn, it's me, huh? I'm gonna be the motherfucker that that the thing say, boom, please get your gear. I'm like, it's like it's gonna be me factor. So I just feel like he feels like, damn, I shouldn't have. I wish I wouldn't have got that goddamn call.
yeah,
I think I even think he's saying like he replaying it and saying like, damn, when he was begging for his life, I could have just got, if I would have got off 30 seconds more, damn, I'll still be here. Damn, I was on his neck for 3 minutes. Like he has to know that was too long. Like I'm just saying that's what's replaying in his mind. Like, damn, 3 minutes. Jesus Christ. So it was 10 minutes, right? 3 or 10?
it was 9 and change.
Okay, now look. Now he's saying, damn, it could have been if 5 minutes he's still alive. He'd have still been if it was just 5 minutes. He has to be playing that time he's replaying time in his head.
Yeah. I mean, he got 22 years to think about it.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, and you don't see that too often where an officer of the law is, number one, found guilty, but number two, actually sentenced to that type of numbers. So that by itself was, it was just, I'm not going to say it was as shocking as the incident, but it was very, very shocking because a lot of people were holding their breath wondering if this man would be brought to justice.
Right, but Sean, you got to understand, man, we rioted for 3 years after that. Like when George Floyd, man, we ain't rioted. Every day there was a riot. We ain't rioted that long ever.
Yeah.
They rioted, that was the longest riot. I don't remember a riot. We rioted forever. There was no way that they were going to do, you couldn't have another riot on top of that riot and COVID. End of the world.
All right, switch subject for a second. I want to go back to Menace to Society.
Go ahead.
Tupac, and I forget the guy's name. I've seen this movie a million times.
Vontae Sweet.
I forget the guy's name, but maybe Tupac was originally scheduled to play the Muslim kid.
Yeah, my boy Vontae Sweet. That's my friend.
Okay. Did he get the role and have an argument with so Tupac actually got that role?
He actually had the role.
What happened? Because from what I understand, he quit and there was some type of disagreement with him and the Hughes brothers.
We was in the room, me, Tupac, the cast, Jada, we in the room and we're reading the script. Everybody's reading and Tupac is like, man, I can't get into it, man. This role is shitty, man. What can I do with this? Man, I can't do nothing with it. And I'm looking like, who is this one? Like, who is this nigga, man? Here I am with my first leading role, and I'm like, man, who is this nigga, man? Like, for real, like something. And I think I said at this time he was the Brenda got a baby Tupac. He wasn't all eyes on me Tupac. He the Brenda the baby one. So I'm like, who is this dude? So the director Alan was like, told Tupac, and he's like, man, you acting like a bitch right now, man. Step outside. So Allen get up, jump up, go outside. Tupac go outside. They whatever happened outside, they did that. Tupac never came back in. Allen came back in. Tupac, I never seen Tupac again until after we did the video, and that's another story.
So literally on the set that day, that was the last that you saw Tupac.
That was the last time I saw Tupac until we shot the video. Triggers Got No Heart.
Huh. And you said, because it's also well known, him and Jada, great friends since high school. She was around that same day?
Yes.
Huh. What was that interaction like with them? And I read somewhere that you pretty much said that they were like brother and sister.
They were, yeah. I said when I seen Tupac and Jada, they was wrestling.
What you mean wrestling?
Like homies. Like, you know how you wrestle your homeboy, like they were just like wrestling like they were friends. Like, just like if like say Jada running and Tupac chase her and then he grab her and they wrestling like in a fun way. Like just friends, a friendly way of just their friendly bond of just kind of hanging with each other, clowning.
Will Smith just dropped a book recently. Actually, it's out now. Just came out. And he's dropping a lot of his truth in the book. And, he pretty much said that he was jealous of the relationship between his wife, Jada, and Tupac. What do you think about that statement, especially you seeing them together? It appeared to you for it to be more like a brother and sister relationship as opposed to a romantic relationship between a man and a woman.
Yeah, first of all, I didn't see a romantic relationship, and I just feel like sometimes, like a gay person that can be a friend with a girl, and
Yep.
and it's like the best friend. Like maybe from a sense of there, he was probably jealous. Like, man, because the best friend get to do things that the best friend is just different. They confide in them, they talk. It's like a different kind of dynamic, and maybe that's what he was jealous of. Maybe he was jealous that Tupac and Jada had that kind of dynamic in a friendship, and they probably didn't have that. Because a sexual relationship is probably different from a friendship kind of relationship between a man and a woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I
But I'm
mean,
not jealous of, like, I'm not putting in no book I'm ever jealous of no man. Like, that's to me, I'm always be secure within myself. I'm not gonna be, you know what I mean? Like me.
Jada and Will, they have really in the last few years been extremely open and honest about that relationship that they have. Been married for over 20
Right.
years. They, at best, I would say it's a non-conventional relationship that they have.
They,
Go ahead.
they're just being honest when the whole world isn't. That's all. It's just a different, like everybody else. You know how everybody else just got side chicks and doing stuff. They doing the same thing. It's just more a secret. They saying, hey, they figured out how to say, hey man, like, man, we kind of like what we kind of like what we like. Let's just be open with it. Opposed to everybody in the world just having side chicks and a second phone and all that kind of stuff. That maybe they just say, hey man, let's just be honest. Maybe everybody else in the world is not being honest. Maybe that's what's maybe that's what's going on. Maybe nobody's honest. I guarantee you, ain't nobody you can go to, ain't nobody just gonna give their phone to their girl and vice versa and give them the passcode and walk away. Bet. Bet.
Yeah, I mean they have been extremely brutally honest about that relationship. Even Jada dropped a new word on the world. She said she had an entanglement.
I
That
got
caught everybody
love
up.
under new entanglements.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what's going on, but at the end of the day, shout out to them. Open relationship or not, it works for them. They're still
Yeah.
together, and they seem to genuinely love one another.
Yeah, and that's all that matters. You gotta make yourself happy. Sometimes we do things for other people and not yourself. You know what I mean? Look, what is the how do you really feel? You know what I mean? How do you really feel? Like, are you forced to be with one person? Is that what you are? See, your body don't lie. When you're hungry, you go eat, right? Your body
Yeah,
say, I'm hungry. When you gotta blink, you blink. When you yawn, you yawn. When you see a new piece of girl, your body reacts and let you know, hey, shit, like it.
yeah, but I mean, here's the deal: we in the world we live in, it's hard to be honest. That brutally honest.
Yes, that's the problem.
And I think that when we're watching this couple who we've been knowing for so many years, separately and together, there's been rumors out there, and now they're just kind of like, F it. This is the way we live our life. We're good with it, and we're just gonna keep living our truth. Sometimes the truth is just uncomfortable for people. So
I tell people all the time. And this I said, if you take sex out of the relationship, maybe things can work. That's the only thing that people really break up about is somebody saying they cheated, right?
that money.
That money. So if you can if cheating no longer can affect you, which what I'm trying to that's where I'm at mentally. Like if cheating can no longer affect you, then then you can your relationship can last.
Yeah.
You
And I
you just gotta be strong enough to understand that if you think you're gonna be the woman and she ain't gonna never get no dick ever again in her life, in her whole entire life, just the last dick she gonna ever have in her life, then you're very confident, very arrogant. I mean, it's possible, but do you really? I always say this: like you, Will Smith, or you, Floyd Mayweather, or vice versa, right? Say this: you want to do all this, get all this fame to just have one vagina. You could have worked at at Ralph's and had one piece of. Why am I doing? I'm doing all this to get all this glory to just be with one girl. Could have worked at you could have worked at AutoZone and did that.
yeah, yeah, that's a good way to look at it.